Hello and welcome back to Goku Review. Today, we continue with episodes 3 and 4 of Dragon Ball Z. So the secret of Goku's tail, as well as his ability to transform into a giant ape on a full moon night, has been revealed thanks to a distant brother, Zadig. However, Zadig's purpose for coming to this planet is to destroy all of humanity. With his tremendous power, he is confident that he can achieve this goal within a month. Of course, Goku and the others once again rise to fight against evil. Their fighting spirit flares up once more. Even if it means sacrificing themselves, they will protect Earth to the end. Puma said, "If I happen to die, remember to collect the Dragon Balls and bring me back, okay?" Kirin replied, "Yes, you can count on me, Puma." But looking at Goku's face, he seems really tense. Besides worrying about his son being captured, Goku is also concerned about another issue. That is, Kirin and Elder have already been revived once by the Dragon God. This means if they die this time, they cannot be revived again. Hearing this, Kirin looks scared. After all, he has never even held a girl's hand in his entire life. I still dream of having a small house and children. If I die now, it would be such a waste, he thinks. I told you, if you have that weird tuft of hair on your head, no girl would dare approach you, Goku says. You already have a wife and kids, so everything you say is correct, Kirin responds. At that moment, Puma comes up with an idea. Then why don't we ask the Dragon God to destroy that alien for us? The problem is, the 4-star ball is with Gohan. That means no matter what we do, we still have to face Zadig in battle. Fortunately, I brought a Dragon Ball detector so we can track his location and ambush him unexpectedly. If that's the case, we have to fight him head on. Alright, I'll stay in the back to provide a solid support for you, Goku says. Kirin agrees. While the group is preparing to set off, another character appears, the Great Demon King Piccolo. This makes everyone even more cautious. Unexpectedly, Piccolo comes to form an alliance. According to him, one tree alone cannot make a forest, but 3 trees together can. He explains that anyone teaming up with the old man and the short, bald guy has a low chance of winning. So cooperate with me, that way our chances of success will be much higher. However, Goku is still wary. Piccolo is a very cunning person. He doesn't immediately agree and asks why Piccolo wants to do this. Piccolo explains that he, too, was defeated by Zadig in a battle and hasn't had a chance to retaliate, so he's upset. "Oh, so you were also beaten by him," Goku says. "The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's work together," Piccolo suggests. And so, Goku and Piccolo form their first alliance. "Buma, let me use the Dragon Ball radar to find him quickly," Goku says. He notices Buma sitting curled up behind the turtle. Memories of Piccolo still linger in her mind. Meanwhile, Chi-Chi still doesn't know what's happening. She is extremely worried because Goku and his son haven't returned. This time, I must punish both of those troublemakers when they get home, she thinks. Not sure whether it's fear of being punished or the scary face of Uncle Giadich, Gohan keeps crying non-stop, causing even a great Saiyan warrior like Giadich to be troubled. So he throws Gohan into the spaceship. It has soundproofing, so Gohan can cry freely. But just as he begins to breathe easier, Giadich senses a power level of 710. This level forces him to be extremely alert. However, when he checks with his device, it points back to the spaceship. Giadich is skeptical. It's just a kid. How could he have such a high power level? Surely it's the cheap machine from the store giving wrong readings. But then the machine beeps again, detecting 2 more power levels of 322 and 334 approaching. Still, Giadich thinks the device is malfunctioning and decides to turn it off. Unexpectedly, Goku and Piccolo rush in just as he turns away. "So, it's you 2 losers. Do you want a beating?" Giadich says. "Who will beat whom is still to be seen," Piccolo responds. Piccolo then scolds him. "Ever heard the saying, a dog acting tough near home? Remember, you are on Earth, and here, I'm in charge." And Goku review. Who will beat whom is still uncertain. Piccolo continues his philosophy. "Ever heard the saying, a dog acting tough near home? Remember, you're on Earth, and here, I'm in charge," he adds. Goku looks puzzled. "Piccolo, in charge of what exactly?" "Well, being in charge is cool, isn't it?" Piccolo replies. Feeling a bit awkward, Piccolo decides to start the battle. He removes his cloak and headgear to fight more freely, which surprises the others. Raditz can hardly believe his eyes. Just by taking off his shirt, Piccolo's power jumps to 408. Meanwhile, Goku notices that Piccolo seems to be copying his style. That cloak is made of super heavy material for training, Goku thinks. But for now, they need to focus on fighting Zadig first. However, no matter if it's 1 or 2 chickens, the result is the same. Once again, Zadig overpowers Goku and Piccolo. Piccolo even loses an arm from Zadig's attack. Frustrated, Piccolo thinks Martial arts couldn't beat Zadig, so I have to rely on raw power, but this guy's face is stone cold, there's nothing I can do. He then blames Goku for their struggles. It's all Goku's fault. Who told him to marry early? 5 years have passed, and his power barely increased. Now everything falls on me. Meanwhile, Kirin, Buma, and Elder are rushing to help Goku. But their plane is slow, so they can only... Goku can wait, but Piccolo is impatient. Even with one arm, his fighting spirit is still high. He reveals that while Goku was busy, he trained hard for 5 years and developed a new technique which he can perform with just one hand. However, it takes a bit of time to charge, so Goku has to endure some hits. Goku, as usual, rushes in without much thought and ends up beaten again. Their plan is quickly ruined when Zadig's power detector suddenly activates. Through it, Zadig notices Piccolo's sudden increase in strength. Unbeknownst to everyone, Piccolo's power has surpassed 1,000 while charging. This worries Zadig slightly. Before he can react, Goku charges again and is beaten once more. But this time, Piccolo has fully charged his energy. A strange smile appears on Piccolo's face as he unleashes a powerful strike at his enemy. Unfortunately, Zadig's reflexes are so fast that Piccolo's full power attack only grazes his shoulder, tearing his sleeve. And of course, the price for Piccolo's arrogance is being struck hard by Zadig. Piccolo sweats, but he's sweating for Zadig's sake. At this moment, Goku seizes Zadig's tail, the Saiyan's fatal weak point. And naturally, Zadig, they had just used full power, but how can one use full power a second time? Amazing. Seeing things going wrong, Giadish changes tactics. He turns from arrogant and cold to gentle and friendly. Goku, we're brothers after all. If we fight, our blood still flows as one, Giadish says, sharing his philosophy. A drop of blood is better than a pond of water. If you let me go, I swear on my honor that I will leave immediately, he promises. Goku, trusting him, releases Zadig's tail, and what he gets for his kindness is a powerful kick from Zadig that sends him flying. And of course, that nasty blue guy is still around. Looks like this time there's no saving me, Piccolo, Goku thinks. Just as the climax seems near, the scene shifts back to Goku's home. Chi-Chi is looking over her son's test at school, boiling 2 kettles of water at once, unaware if his score is good or bad. One wonders which chicken's feathers she plans to pluck next. Subscribe to Goku Review so you don't miss out on exciting videos. Hello and welcome back to the Goku Review channel. Today, we continue with episodes 5 and 6 of Dragon Ball Z. In the previous episode, Earth's strongest duo, Goku and Piccolo, teamed up to defeat the alien Zadig. However, his overwhelming power caused Goku and Piccolo to get completely beaten up. Seeing his father being badly beaten, Gohan destroyed the spaceship. The sheer strength of the little boy left both Goku and even Zadig shocked, especially Zadig, because his detector accurately measured the boy's power. It unexpectedly reached 1302. Fueled by his anger, Gohan charged straight at Zadig, and this strike left a large hole in his armor. One can only imagine how Goku felt at that moment. After training for over a decade, his 5-year-old son had already surpassed him. How embarrassing. Yet it seems the boy still hasn't fully controlled his power. At that moment, Giadic's detector reported that Gohan's power dropped to just 2. It turns out the boy's strength awakens based on his emotions. Understanding this, Giadic slapped the boy unconscious on the spot. Naturally, Gohan became Giadic's primary target. Once the boy fully masters this power, he will surely become a huge threat. Just as Giadic was about to strike Gohan, Goku asked Piccolo to unleash his ultimate technique once again to defeat the alien, taking advantage of the hole Gohan had created. Seeing this, Piccolo immediately gathered his energy and couldn't resist teasing Goku a bit. He asked why Goku hadn't grabbed Zadig's tail, thinking it would make him easier to attack. Goku replied, "There's a reason for everything, my dear. I also have a tail, and Piccolo, don't forget you lost yours once." "How so?" Piccolo asked. "If we grab his tail, he might just cut it off himself. Then we'd have no chance left." "Got it, idiot!" Goku asked Piccolo to focus and charge his energy quickly. Zadig, meanwhile, was also nervous, hearing Piccolo's teasing his younger brother. Goku only replied, "I'm not falling for your tricks again, buddy. But if we do that, both of us might die," Piccolo warned. Goku's expression grew serious. "Better to die here than go home alive and face Chi-Chi. Look at Gohan. He'd be worse off if we returned injured." Piccolo, on the other hand, had no sympathy. After all, these two were obstacles in his path to dominate Earth. Attacking both at once seemed perfect. So Piccolo gathered all his strength, focusing completely. Finally, after 5 years of intense training, Piccolo's ultimate attack was ready. A beam of light shot out, piercing both Goku and Zadig. No miracles occurred, and the three fell together. Piccolo smiled, reassuring Goku that he would use the Dragon Balls to revive him. But anyone familiar with Piccolo knows his mischievous nature. Goku wanted to flip him off with his divine finger in farewell, but there was no time. Unexpectedly, their final words of comfort were overheard by Ditch. Before dying, Ditch managed to send encoded information to the remaining Saiyan brothers. Even though Ditch was dying, he boasted, "Just wait a year. My brothers will come. Once they collect all the Dragon Balls and I'm revived, your Gassen will die with me." Meanwhile, Chi-Chi, sewing at home, felt an uneasy sensation. At the same time, Elder and his group finally approached Piccolo, providing a solid rearguard for Goku. Far away on another planet, Zadig's two brothers received the news. However, they were more concerned about the Dragon Balls than Zadig himself. They shared both fortune and misfortune. After all, they were brothers of Zadig. Now we are introduced to the remaining two Saiyans, the tall, spiky-haired Nappa and the short, red-haired Vegeta. Both were extremely surprised by Gohan's power. If the hybrid offspring of a Saiyan and a human can produce such powerful warriors, then these two wouldn't hesitate to unleash rapid attacks even on Earth's women. That way, wouldn't they have a formidable army? This is exactly how it's shown in the series. If that's the case, it's time to set off immediately. Goku, at this point, was on the brink of death, but instinctively worried about his wife. Seeing the three elders, he tried to send a message. If Chi-Chi asks, just say Gohan fell on his own. Goku doesn't know anything. Back on Earth, Goku suddenly disappeared. Only someone as powerful as God could have done it. No one knows what God intends to do with Goku. After Goku's death, is there still a way for Earth to defend against the two upcoming Saiyans? The 1-year countdown begins. Meanwhile, Bulma was curious about how Ditch had pinpointed their location. Piccolo reminded her about the strange device on Ditch's left eye. Bulma didn't hesitate, grabbed Ditch by the hair, and used the soul detector. Just wait. Even if it's slightly damaged, I can fix it with my 7-piece knife set. Genius. If she could fully repair and upgrade it, she could locate Tra and the others. Bulma noted she still had lingering feelings for Tra. Meanwhile, Piccolo gathered his strength and a new armor grew. With his regenerative ability and questionable habits, Piccolo might be the most resilient character in the series. He also reminded everyone about the Dragon Balls. Even though he promised Goku he would help, they should go search for them themselves. As for his son, Piccolo insisted on keeping him because Gohan's potential is huge, and in just a year, the two Saiyans would arrive. No time to waste. The scene shifts to the underworld where souls go after death. King Yama decides whether a soul goes to heaven or hell. God pleaded to take Goku along with his body for training and asked King Yama's permission for Goku to meet Lord Kaio. Goku descended, but still missed his elder brother Ditch. King Yama explained that his brother had been brought down for arrogance and was now repenting. Goku, ever quick-tongued, wanted to follow King Yama to train, but there was no time. God told Goku that Lord Kaio was even stronger. As expected, they were quickly kicked out of King Yama's office. Fortunately, Goku managed to get a pass to meet Lord Kaio, thanks entirely to his achievements on Earth, not God. A staff member took Goku on a ride. "Cars here too?" Goku asked, surprised. The staff reassured him, "The underworld has vehicles too." After some back and forth, Goku finally reached the poisonous Snake Road, which legend says stretches 1,000,000 kilometers. Only by traversing it completely could one reach Lord Kaio. King Yama reminded him not to fall off the clouds, as below is hell, and once fallen, there's no return. Before leaving, Goku asked the manager to inform Elder Kuei-Lao not to resurrect him within the next year so he could have time to train. Then Goku used his flying martial arts technique and took off. Meanwhile, Gohan was facing the grotesque blue-skinned enemy who kept insulting him for having power but not knowing how to use it. He even blamed Goku for not teaching him properly. The enemy grabbed Gohan's head and threw him into a large rock. Surprisingly, this triggered Gohan's power and he blew the rock away instantly. The enemy realized King Yama's earlier advice was correct. Gohan only uses his strength based on emotion. Over the next year, he planned to train Gohan into a super warrior so that when the time came to fight the two Saiyans, someone would be ready to take the hits. Goku had already begun his journey along the poisonous snake road.